Alright troops, I'm going to rebuild my team, Glasgow Rangers, to get us back to the top of Scottish football and challenging in Europe, or until I get sacked. In recent years there have been a few highs, but definitely more lows following the club, and right now I'm a bit of a mess. So I'm going to do a quick rundown as how we got to this point, starting from when we hired Steven Gerrard in 2018. After a few months of speculation, Steven Gerrard was hired in June 2018, and after a few years of progress we won the league before he suddenly resigned to take over Aston Villa. Ex-Rangers player Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was hired in November, and despite taking us to Europa League final and winning the Scottish Cup, in his first full season in charge, results stuttered, meaning that he too lost his job in November 22. Shockingly, assistant manager to Steven Gerrard, Michael Beale, was hired, and again, despite ending that season really well, started the following season really poorly before he was sacked in October, less than a full year in charge. And that brings us to the start of this rebuild challenge. Michael Beale's transfers are through, so are the ones that the new manager made in January, but it means we're in a bit of a position where we've got a lot of players that have been signed by these different managers over the years. Some are out of contract, some are aging quite badly, and the whole squad really needs an overhaul. So this takes me on to my plan with a core group of players and the tactic to try and get some short-term stability that we can then use to build to hopefully start winning trophies. This Rangers team suffered from the fact that there's been so many managers in such a short space of time. A lot of players coming and going, and there's a lot of players there at the moment that ideally we'd be looking to ship out. But right now, there's a core group of players there. Connor Goldson, Jack Butland, John Lundstrom, and of course Captain James Tavernier. For me, they form a solid core, a hierarchy group there that we can build on to hopefully improve this team. Because of the players we've got, I've decided to go with a 3-5-2. 3 centre-backs hopefully will give us the stability in the league and in Europe. The 2 wing-backs will basically be like forwards, attacking all the time, constantly overlapping, putting balls into the box. The defensive midfielder will sit just in front of them, be more ball-playing, allowing the 2 Mazzalas to get forward and push wide to help the wide midfielders and to help the strikers. And we've got 2 up front. I think with the players we've got here, that'll be a good recipe to get goals, hopefully keep some clean sheets. As you can see, in possession as well, we want to be fairly wide. We want to play out for the back, overlapping both sides, quick high tempo but short passing. We want to work the ball into the box, so we'll tell the wing backs to cross the ball in. We want the ball into the box, into the Mazzalas, so that they can get it into the strikers' feet. We should be really dominating possession here and creating a lot of chances. In transition, it's slightly different. Of course, with this FM, we want to counter press and we want to counter. As soon as we can, when we lose the ball, then when we win, we'll counter. We want to distribute to the centre backs so that we can try and build out for the back. Distribution type we've got and roll it out. Again, anytime we get sort of the goal kicks, or anytime we get the keeper the ball in his hands, put it down, look to play out. Meaning we're in control of possession at all times. Then when we aren't in possession, what we're going to like to try and do is defensively keep quite a high line, press a lot, so you can see we've triggered the press much more often. Tackling we've put to get stuck in. The pressing trap, we want to trap them inside. Ideally, we're going to have the full-backs there to push them in as well, and the Mazzalas, we want to force them inside to that DM, the 3 centre-backs, where it's quite constricted, hopefully win the ball back. So that takes us on to the next part of this, which is going to be the rebuild objectives. And these are going to be pretty straightforward. A lot of them are kind of self-explanatory, but secure finances. Rangers aren't very good for financial position at the minute. We need to do that. How we do that is by overhauling the squad, getting rid of the dead wood, signing young players that we can sell on. A key part of that is European football. The money we get from those is essential for us to go anywhere, but more than anything else, we just need to win trophies. It's as simple as that. Now that you've heard my plan for Rangers and where we're going next, it's really important that we hit the ground running. Our first game of the season is away to Hibs, but the second game of the season is a Champions League qualifier, so it's really important that we smash this really early. We've got 1 new signing coming in, a centre-back, Eduardo. Bit of experience, hopefully add to the team as well. Other than that, let's just see how the games go. So we start the season with a difficult away game at Easter Road as we play Hibs. And the opening part of this game wasn't very good. Rangers couldn't break the Hibs down. Hibs had hit the post. But in the 53rd minute, some nice play out wide by Eduardo and Lundstrom allowed the big man to cut inside and absolutely smash the ball in off the bar. 1-0 Rangers. David Marshall was on a really good game up until this point. We had chance after chance. Hibs broke 1-on-1 and hit the post. But if you look at this here, lovely 1-2, the ball comes back to Lundstrom, he drives into the box, and then we've seen him do it before in Europe, left foot smash off the bar and in. Thankfully that was enough to get us through. We'll take the 3 points, opening game of the season. But as we said earlier, in this PFL, the European games come thick and fast, and the second game of the season is a Champions League qualifier as we play Panathinaikos at Ibrox. Again, under the lights, really difficult tie. They've played a few more games than us. They've had a couple of more qualifier rounds, so I was expecting them to come out really fast. But actually, straight away from kick-off, we drive the ball forward. Diomande plays it to Cantwell. Danilo's so unlucky he hits off the bar, but Cantwell gets into the box for the rebound. Brilliant finish. He missed loads of chances against Hibs. David Marshall just saved to save everything, but brilliant ball for Cantwell. Sima then actually wins that knockdown. Cantwell runs onto it. 1-0 after 30 seconds. Brilliant start. We then build on that again. We're constant attack here. 10 minutes gone. The Panathinaikos haven't had the ball. Ridvan driving into the space, plays it forward to Cantwell, all the way across. Barisic on the right hand side into Sima, who smashes it near post. 2-0 after 10 minutes. Brilliant start. Tavernier was injured at the start of the season. We'd VR check here, but I'm pretty sure he was onside. But as I said, Barisic playing at right wing back, not where he would usually play. Ryan Jack picked up a wee bit of knock, but with Tavernier out injured, Barisic filled in, got himself an assist, although keeper might have done a wee bit better there. But just as things were looking quite comfortable with another couple of chances, Panathinaikos hit us in the break. Good work outside. It comes back to the edge of the box, clips it in at the edge, and what an absolute belter that is for Ruben Perez. First goal of the season, but absolute screamer. Just before half time, again, made a couple of chances here. Ball into the box, cleared away at the front post. Comes back to Barisic though, puts it in. Big John Sewer with his first goal of the season, powers it in past the keeper. Again, maybe think keeper do a bit better there, but I'm not going to complain, we'll take it. 3-1, look as if we're doing well after half time. Just be careful not to give them anything. Diomande gets sent off. Second yellow card, can't really complain, he's just wiped him out. Silly challenge. So we're then thinking, right, let's see, but we actually do really well. We make it 4-1, and then look at the press here for the boys. Brilliant to Cantwell, through to Danilo. Danilo plays in Sima, and we end up finishing at 5-1. Sima getting the hat trick for 3-1. We're worried that we're going to concede another goal here, maybe put us under a bit of pressure, but we get two quick fire goals. Finishes 5-1 in the first leg at Ibrox. Brilliant result to take away. Next game's against Dundee, and again we start really, really well. We're unlucky with a chance in the first minute, but Big Eduardo gets his first goal of the season. Another corner. We've spent a lot of time tweaking that, trying to get blockers, trying to get people in that area to make it as difficult as we can. You can see them all at the front post, but the big man gets up, heads it down well. 1-0 Rangers. Dundee actually come into this, and it goes to 1-0, but then just the next chance we get, we make it 2-1. Fabio Silva then makes it 3, then makes it 4 before half time, and the game's done. Second leg, Panathinaikos here again. We're looking maybe just to keep this tight, maybe get a goal to completely kill the tie off, but they absolutely go wild here. Less than 10 minutes played, the guy gets a straight red card for a foul, and that's mission impossible for them. We do well though, we keep playing away. We managed to make it 1-0 just before half time, and then in the 67th minute, Ridvan running down the left hand side, been brilliant for us to start the season, clips it in. Sima just puts it back across goal. 2-0, 7-1 in aggregate, and that's us through at the Champions League next round. In the Cup, first round again, we've got Partick Thistle. Free kick for Barisic, nodded in by Fabio Silva. Silva's putting himself in a place here, like Danilo and Sima were making a first choice strikers, but Silva seemed to be scoring a lot of goals off the bench. Started the cup game, made it 1-0. Game is a bit one-sided if I'm honest. 3-0 up Rangers now, gets to the end of the game, and we hear the famous words after a poor challenge here. Lawrence plays it for Raskin. Fabio Silva plays it to Barisic. The ball comes back inside the box, and we hear those famous words.
Here's the decision, penalty Rangers!
3-0 in the 93rd minute. Tavernier still injured. Barisic steps up and makes it 4 through to the next round of the Cup. 4-0 Rangers. So PSV were actually beat by Sturm Graz. That shocked us a lot. Shocked a lot of us when we seen the result coming through. But little did we know what we're getting ourselves in for. Away the first leg, we thought we'll keep playing the way we're playing. 29 minutes gone. Strømgræs on the attack, cuts it back. Don't know what the defence are doing. They got a little bit of break of the ball there. I thought they were offside. You can see in the top right there, I'm not very happy, but when you see the replay, it definitely is onside. 53rd minute, we get a chance to equalise here. Corner, work to the edge of the box. Goldson eventually breaks to him. Good save for the keeper, but we never really punished them. And then again, just as I say, let's try and get back to 1-0, they cut us open. 2-0 Strømgræs in the 90th minute. It's a good goal. The defence are absolutely sleeping though. The guy plays the quick ball round the corner, through the gap. You can just see it, gets the ball, plays it through, and we're all just sleeping. John Suter just not watching. Guy takes it, well finished, but 2-0 down, getting into the second leg is going to be tough. Next up is Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, another difficult away game. We start this game really, really poorly. Ex-Rangers player Greg Stewart, unbelievable strike. I don't remember him that in his locker. For anybody who actually watched it when I was playing, Greg Stewart tackled Diomande before it and I was slating him because he was so slow at running. Well, you don't need to be fast at running to do that. Unbelievable strike. Mackay Stevens plays it into Vassell clips it back. Greg Stewart just absolutely smashes it in for 30 yards. Unbelievable finish. But we managed to bring ourselves straight back into it just before half time. Seema from the halfway line, burst past 2, drills it low and hard, 1-0. Brilliant goal for Seema. Seema is so good in these sort of positions. His pace, his power, because he win the ball back. Tav making his return after his injury. Danilo clips it through. He just gets in front of the defender. Pace and power, they'll never catch him. And then he just drills it home near post. So we come out after it, Rangers make it. We score right after half time to make it 2-1. We then put the ball in the box for Danilo to make it 3-1 in the 50th minute. So what could have been quite a difficult game, we've actually managed to turn around and kill it off quite quick. 77th minute, Ridvan down the left hand side, Fabio Silva makes it 4. Game well and truly done. 3 points for Rangers. On to the European game next, and we're up against it. Game at Ibrox though, always fancy our chances. 2-0 down for the first leg though. Again, we're thinking, look, keep it tight. Attack though, always attack, let's create chances. And we get stung. Strømgræs coming forward on the right hand side. Todd Cantwell with a really loose pass. They spring on it, plays the ball through the gap, runs into the space, cuts it back. We get a good touch on it, but they score the rebound. 3-0 on aggregate. 3 minutes gone, we're 1-0 down. Disaster. Again, things get worse. We miss chance after chance. Strømgræs got a corner, clips it in, glancing header. 2-0, we're losing the night. 4-0 in aggregate. It looks like we're going out the Champions League. Then, just before half time, 45th minute, ball comes into the box for Barisic. Seema with a header makes it 2-1. Deserved goal, but too little, too late. Half time, I give him a bit of bollocking, tell me a bit more. We start really well straight for the half. Barisic out wide, try to take on the fullback, gets the ball into the box. Cantwell and Dino do really well. 2 each on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. We still need 2 goals to tie it in aggregate, 3 goals to go through. We've missed so many chances, although we've got a really good goal there just after and before half time to bring us back in the tie. See if we can get anything else. Good finish that for Danilo as well. 2 each, 50th minute. We're putting them under so much pressure. Every attack is like wave after wave. Seema to Cantwell. Brilliant ball for Cantwell to Danilo. Big save for the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper had an absolute worldie game. Corner, 50th minute. Tav whips it in. Seema at the front post, inches wide. We're putting them under so much pressure and we just can't get a goal. 55th minute, Tav again. Seema this time, another save for the keeper. It looks like one of those games we're just not going to get the goal. Corner again, 55th minute, constant pressure. Tav this time, keeper comes and gathers it. So this is where we decided to make a change. And for anybody who watched the save when I was playing, they'll know why. Ridvan Yilmaz. Remember the name, troops, and wait till you see this for a performance. 70th minute, 2 goals down, still in the tie. Playing out for the back, dominating possession. Diomande, brilliant in that Mazzala role running. Look at Ridvan, burst past him, crosses low and hard. Danilo misses it, but Seema taps it in. 3-2 in the night. 4-3 behind in aggregate. 20 minutes to go. We've had so many chances. Are the chances that we've missed going to come back to haunt us, or can we keep going and try and get another one? Thought it might have been a penalty at the front post there, but the ball breaks for Sima, and we'll take that all day long. 5 minutes later, Strøm now, I'm really wary about. Ridvan steps in front of him, wins the ball back. Inside for Diamande. Diamande clips it to the back post. Danilo makes it 4-2 in the night. 4-all in aggregate from 4-0 down just before half time. It's level. We need one more goal to go through. One more goal. Strøm have been really dangerous. They've taken off their main striker though. He picked up a knock. We've had to make a lot of changes. People running on empty. It's one of those. Do we stick or do we twist? Do we bring on another forward? Do we move the DM to Cam? Then it comes to the 90th minute. 90th minute. Diamande with the corner. Front post cleared away. Suter to Danilo off the bar. The loose ball comes back. John Suter. Eduardo just passed. Massive save for the keeper. The chance for Danilo, I thought it was in. The header comes in. John Suter cuts it back. Look at that. Off the bar. And then when it breaks to Eduardo again, still under pressure. Another corner. Diamande. Everybody piling in. Ridvan Yilmaz with a glancing header. 5'4". Ridvan Yilmaz. What a sub. 2 assists. Makes the winning goal to make it 5-2 the night. 5-4 in aggregate. And puts into the Champions League. Absolute madness. Absolute madness at Ibrox. What a comeback.
All the groups are a disaster. Like, we can't get Celtic or Newcastle, I don't think. I'll pause it when it's our group. We can get Newcastle, actually. So we can get them, Newcastle, Galatasaray or Lens. Don't give me Newcastle. Give me anyone else. Don't want Newcastle. Don't want Newcastle. Fucking hell, man. That was a certainty. That was an absolute certainty.
So after an absolutely epic comeback to get into the Champions League, we're rewarded by Group of Death. Napoli, Real Madrid and Newcastle. That's what we want though. We want these big teams. Hopefully we can give a good count to ourselves, but the money we get for that is absolutely crucial. Thanks for watching, troops. On the next episode to see how we go on against those teams. On the Rangers.